5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Live from San Francisco, broadcasting around the world. You're listening to the Armon Wiggins Radio Show.
Get in here, everybody get in here. Get in here, everybody get in here. Oh, get in here, everybody get in here. Oh. Yes, get in here, everybody get in here. It's time for a legendary show. Oh my God. Listen, I moved some things around in here, so my angles and my eyes, I'm just looking crazy right now. But listen, get in here, everybody get in here. Come for the gathering, bitch. Get in here, everybody get in here. Yes. Okay, listen, before we get started, okay, can y'all hear me? All right, great, you guys can hear me. Now, before we get started, I have to be honest with you. If I start burping like a hyena or something, I promise you, everything's okay. I'm not losing my mind. I'm not sick. I'm just drinking ginger ale. I wish I could be drinking a cocktail right now, but I haven't had breakfast. So I don't want to be sloppy, you know. And so the ginger ale is in here though. So, you know, ginger ale gives me the bubbles. And so if you hear me burping and stuff, I promise you everything's good. I'm drinking the ginger ale. And so burp with me. You know what I'm saying? Burp with me. Don't burp at me. Burp with me. Definitely don't burp at me. I don't like that. But listen, so we're going to get into a couple of things. So, you know, we have the call-in number on here. We're going to remain cursing free. If you curse, you will be banned forever. It's no warning. It's a hang up. I don't care if they be like, oh, he me. Oh, he cursed. Just because I curse, you don't curse. You should be able to talk. Okay? You're not on here that long. No hard words, no hard trigger words. You know? No flagrant words. Excuse me. And no overtly sexual words. Okay? Now, speaking of that, now I may say whatever. Just a warning. I may say whatever. Just a warning. I may say whatever. Just a warning. Okay? But anyway, listen, if you're a returning subscriber, then you know how this thing goes. And if you're a new subscriber, welcome and hello.
Oh, motherfucker.
We're going to get into some things. All right. I don't anticipate this being a lengthy live. But we're just going to chit chat for a little bit. So we're going to talk about Kevin Hart not being funny. And him being canceled for the 100th million 80th time. And we're also going to talk about the toxic relationship between Summer Walker and London on the Track. And then, you know, I open up the lines, and if we want to get into anything else, then we can. All right. But first, let's open it up with the toxicity, if that's a word, of London on the Track and Summer Walker. You know, I think, you know, London's on the track as a producer. I love Summer Walker. I mean, her voice is amazing. She's a little weird, but aren't all artists and entertainers in their own right. A little kooky, but I like her, you know. Here's the thing, though. I think that they have a very Ike and Tina relationship. I feel like he chokes her, and I feel like she beats him, too. I feel like they get stone cold high, and I feel like, you know, mix that with being vegan and earthy and crystals, and you know Summer Walker, she's definitely into the crystals and the energy. I got my energies here too, but you mix that with some problems and some mental illness, and you know, and what is the thing she got? She has the afraid of people. You mix that with a man who, you know, is making money, lots of money, and he's rich in the industry, and you are a big part of his money now, and you're his girlfriend, and you getting up there, you not wanting to sing, you want to sing, you scared, you're not scared, you're half nervous, you sing, you don't sing, you halfway sing. I'm sure he's not gonna, you know, sing. He'd probably be over there, sing, you stupid, sing. And she'd be like, I don't want to sing, I don't want to sing, you stupid, sing. What are you doing? You fumbled the bag. You are the biggest artist and you sitting here acting like you're afraid to sing. Sing, you stupid. You know, I understand his frustration. So I'm sure that it's just a lot of back and forth in that household. Okay. Now she's pregnant, so they're going to bring a kid into this, you know, toxic situation. But anyway, let's get into kind of what she said, and then like we'll talk about it. All right. Boom. Let me get it. Okay. Here we go. Let me pull it up. We're doing our thing like this today. So boom. So Summer Walker. Let me get here. Okay, Summer Walker slams London on the track. Hold on, I'm trying to move this thing. What is come child? Why would that do that? No, girl, I don't want you. See, I don't want you no more. Okay, I want you. Oh, I want you right here. Okay, boom. Summer Walker slams London on the track. Black men have got to start doing better when it comes to being a father. Black men got to start doing better when it comes to being a father. My grandfather was lame. My father was lame.
90 seconds.
And this jigger is lame too. LOL. And I guess the cycle will just continue. I guess jiggers still dealing with the shackles of mental slavery or some ish. Back when white men ripped you from your families and beat you to death if you tried to protect them. It goes deep. Ish is really sad. But at least I can afford to take care of my child.
60 seconds.
Oh my God, what happened with that? Everyone ghetto. It was all so ghetto. I tried to get him to spend time with his other kids as much as I could. He ain't want to because he's selfish. I tried to get his baby mamas to let him see the kids. They didn't want to because they was bitter and hated me for no reason. I tried to get everybody to just get the F along like one big happy family. Instead, everyone just ish on me. And now I just have to sit back and I just have to, well, I added that. I just have the ish end of the stick because all of these mother effers is ghetto. But that's how it goes when everybody spiritually and mentally is undeveloped. I don't know what the F I was thinking. I should really air this bum ass
10
nigga.
seconds.
Okay. I should really air this bum ass nigga London on the track out. I could really F up his life. LOL. But I'm not. For now. LOL. For now, I'm just going to sit back and take my L. He's a whole bitch. Okay. Now, if that's not toxicity at its core, okay. Here's the thing. I think that they're young, famous, got a lot of money, you know, have access to the world. Summer, she's obviously came from nothing, Negroes in her life. Dad was nothing. Grandfather was nothing. And so she was working in a strip club, so she attracts nothing niggas. And so she probably, a lot of women, here's the thing, a lot of women that are in that life, they like the thug type, or they like the chase, they like the nothing niggas. The nigga, even if they got money, I don't care if they're the scammer, the rapper, or whatever, it's just a certain nothingness air about them. You know what I mean? And many call it big energy. You know, but it's like a ghetto energy, right? Because it's kind of like I'm gonna stick this big in everybody, and I'm gonna run away, and I'm too busy. I'm getting so much money, you know. I'm living in the fast lane. I got holes in different area codes, you know. I'm fly, but I can afford you. I got the big. You like it. You know, and so I feel like she attracts those kind of men, and that's what a lot of women like. And then they're shocked and surprised when they realize these men aren't anything. Like, if you're with a nigga and he already got 5 kids, what makes you think that you'll be any different than his other baby mama or baby mamas? Okay, you have to be very careful about the type of men that you date, especially in hip hop. I'm just being honest with you. You do, you know. And then Summer Walker, I don't know. I just feel like they're both toxic because here's the thing. And by tomorrow, they'll be posting a picture and he'll be tonguing her down. Okay? You know, we just seen a few months ago, he was choking her out. Then she was back with him. They break up, they make up every weekend. Now, you know, it just is what it is. Here's the thing for me, though. I don't like the whole social media stuff. Like, why do people do that? Like, I would never air my relationship business out on social media because it just gets really, really messy. And then you don't really want people in your business because people start to develop an opinion. Whenever I would go through stuff, I would never air it out on social media because what if I take the nigga back? 9 times out of 10, I'm going to. And so are you. And you don't want people to be judging you. So this is why I don't tell a lot of my friends. I don't even like to involve people in my relationship, especially when it can be toxic, because those toxic relationships are the ones you always go back to. You know what I'm saying? The more toxic they are, the more you want to keep it to yourself because the more you're going to go back. I know it sounds terrible, but it's the truth. It sounds horrible, but it's a fact. It's some of you guys right now in a toxic relationship and don't want to tell nobody how toxic it is because you're going back. You're going back. You're going back. You're going back. Okay? It's something about the toxicity that you like. The rigmarole, the BS, the drama of it all. I don't know. We as people are really conditioned in a really effed up way. A lot of us are really effed up in the mind. But anyway, I say that to say, I feel like it is toxic, and then they're bringing a kid into the world. And on a serious note, I do think for everyone, at some point it gets to a point where you have to decide how far is too toxic. Now, I can't say what's going on in their house. I don't know. I can assume, but I do feel like I feel like he hits her. I feel like they hit each other. I feel like it's a little bit abusive. I feel like it's definitely a lot of name calling and just a lot of lying, cheating. And, I just feel like it's fast. I feel like it's a fast lane. You got Summer Walker, who's one of the hottest, if not the hottest R&B artist out right now. You know what I mean? Her phone is probably ringing off the hook daily, all day. Her man is a producer, a hot, sought-after producer. He's getting money. She's got this frightness of people. She's weird. He's a nigga that's just, he fly. He got the baddest R&B chick in the game. You know what I mean? It's his girlfriend. So they living that life. They're in their 20s. You know what I mean? They got money. She pretty. He's okay. He probably got a big fat, you know what I'm saying? And got kids. So, who knows what they're doing running around. I'm just sure it's a mess. However, you have to learn when to step out of the situation. And then for Summer Walker, she said that she feels stupid. She looks stupid. Well, she absolutely is. Because the relationship has been toxic for a very long time. But this is part of the toxicness of it. Then you go and get pregnant. Why would you allow the Negro to impregnate you if you guys can't even stay together straight long enough for a month, 2 months? Why would you want to get pregnant? Well, I'll tell you why. Because your daddy wasn't ish. Your granddaddy wasn't ish. Your uncles wasn't ish. Your man ain't ish. And hell, you ain't ish. I mean, at least that's how you felt about yourself. In my mind, because if you really care, you wouldn't let that nigga talk you into, or you wouldn't be letting that nigga bang you out and get you pregnant. You'd be like, nah, bro, I'm not finna get pregnant by you. We can't even. This is way too toxic. If you was in your right mind, if you had your sense, and you really, was confident in yourself, I feel like Summer Walker lacks some confidence here. I think she says that he's messed up, but she's messed up too. You knew this nigga, how messed up he was when you met him. And you knew this nigga was not all the way right, and you knew this nigga was damaged. But how dare you let this nigga impregnate you? So now you stuck with him for the next 18 years to the rest of your life. And so if you decide to break up with this nigga or leave this nigga inevitably because it's too toxic and it just got to a point where it no longer is going to work, guess what? You are baby mama number whatever. And so you're just as toxic and lame as he was. Because you went and got yourself pregnant and added your list to the baby mamas of London on the Track when you didn't need to. Damn it, Summer Walker, and I was rooting for you.
Stupid.
So let's not talk too much about him because we have to address the fact that you spread your legs wide, allowed him to insert himself into you, thrust forward and backwards until he shot up your club and impregnated you with a baby. So, I mean, what does that say? What does that say about your psyche? What does that say about your spirituality? What does that say about your connectedness? Did you manifest that? I'm just asking. We're talking here. You know what I'm saying? So you're just as a problem. You're just as toxic as him, and you love the toxicity. You love it. You love it so much where you wanted him to make you a baby. Honestly. So, I mean, I just kind of feel like they're young. They'll go through this round and round. And you know what? To be honest with you, she'll be back with him. And I feel like in my mind, she'll have another. She's going to have another baby because they give me, you know, show me that you love me. Get me pregnant. Show me that you love me. Give me another baby. You got her pregnant. Get me pregnant now. Show me you love me. Slap me. I don't know. That's what that gives me. I would love to really sit down and get the tea. So yeah, that's just my thought on them. I don't really have. They're just as toxic as, you know. I feel like they're toxic like Hardy and Offset. It'll just be one of those stories that's back and forth. Now I feel like Cardi and Offset. I think Cardi and Offset, they've went through a little bit more. Like I think that they're getting theirs together. Like it's not as bad. I think theirs is bad. I think there's a little bit worse. And they're still, even though she goes public with it, it's not as public, so it's a little bit more private. But I feel like they're real toxic. I feel like they're toxic. Like it's like, oh, get over. I feel like he be pulling her by her hair and throwing her in the car. Maybe not while she's pregnant, but you know, when she was over there acting like doing this, like she didn't want to sing and she wasn't going on tour and she was. Yeah, I think they was really getting into it then. He was really probably, you don't get in the car and sing, you stupid. You know what I'm saying? I'm sure. He probably was in there hitting her with, get your stupid ass in there, sing the damn song. Get your stupid ass. You sit there, you stupid bitch. What the f you doing? You know how much money you making me lose? Are you stupid? Are you stupid? I feel like that's how he be talking to her. Like, are you stupid? What are you doing? Shut your stupid ass. And he just be pulling her in the car, making her, and push her on the stage and make her perform. That's not funny, but you know what I'm saying. I know, but seriously. All right. So those are my thoughts on that. Yeah. Okay, now let's get to something else that I just want to get into. But you know, let's get into Kevin Hart, because this is what I kind of wanted to get into as well. Let's get into Kevin Hart. I've never really been a big Kevin Hart fan. I'm not okay. So here's the thing about Kevin Hart. I've never really just been like, oh, the biggest Kevin Hart fan. But I'm not going to sit here and act like I've never laughed at a Kevin Hart joke. I personally do not think that Kevin Hart is funny at all. But I have laughed at a couple of his jokes. So I guess that would be a contradiction. So he's okay. Like he's not horrible, but he's just not hilarious. You know what I'm saying? So this latest special that he's done, 0 F's Given. He did that. I don't know. It's on Netflix. It's got a lot of people talking. A lot of people are like, they don't know about Kevin Hart. You know, I watched it. I didn't think it was that funny. I barely laughed. But my household and my family, we are literally like a 50-50 split. There's so many, like my dad, I mean, we played it for my dad on Thanksgiving. He was in there hooting and hollering like it was just the funniest thing he had ever heard in his life. I was sitting here like, maybe I would chuckle every now and then, but I didn't think it was funny. I was getting more offended and irritated with Kevin Hart, more so. A lot of people were not feeling Kevin Hart, calling his daughter a hoe and saying that he had his daughter. He had to call 3 former hoes that he knew and asked if his daughter had hoe activity. Some people were like, oh, wait, you still got hoes on standby after all the cheating and lying and allegations that you done and the facts that came out, but you still got 3 former hoes online? All right, well, that was interesting. Then 2, you called his son retarded. For me, that's not even what got me. The part that got me was when he talked about the private school that his kids went to not respecting his celebrity because they wanted him to be a greeter at the school fair. Which I get, maybe you didn't want to be the greeter, but I feel like if they're a private school that Kevin Hart's children are going to, the other kids that are going to that private school, I'm sure their parents are actors, comedians, or really rich people that, yeah, they might respect and like Kevin Hart, but they don't need Kevin Hart's money. And then they may not really give a darn about you that much. You know what I mean? They're just as well off as you are if your kids are going to that same, if their kids is going to the same school as a Kevin Hart's kid, in my mind. So maybe you didn't want to be the greeter. However, you could have did something at the fair because you aren't probably the richest person there, or you're not like the most accomplished or most established. Maybe you could be the most recognizable, but I mean, maybe you just be the host. Or you do something else to contribute to the fair where your children go, if it's only a one-time thing. But he was just like, why would you ask me to be a greeter? Like, no, I don't be a greeter. That's like asking me to go work for Walmart. I don't do that. Like, I don't know. What I've got from Kevin Hart, I just don't like Kevin Hart. I'm not into Kevin Hart. After I watched his special, it made me feel some type of way. When I watched his like little documentary, I started to really see how arrogant and how narcissistic he was and how he really doesn't care about people. And I feel like he's really rude to work for and really rude to be around. And he really thinks that he's just like you would have to hear him talk about how great he is all the time. And if you didn't tell him how great he was all the time, he would remind you that you weren't shit. You know what I'm saying? I feel like that he is that kind of person. Yeah, so my spirit doesn't align with him. Now, outside of that, I also thought it was very, very bizarre how he talked about basically, him saying those things about his daughter and just saying the controversial things that he said at his special was because, he can't do press runs. He can't go on tours because of the pandemic. So he needed to basically conjure up controversy so that people would talk like we're doing now and then go stream it so he can get revenue. But my thing to Kevin Hart, I would ask, is it that serious to exploit your daughter, your kids, make your wife look like an idiot because she's sitting up there knocked up and you still got hoes on standby after you've cheated on her for some controversy and clicks and views? Is it that serious to try to offend people so much that you risk being canceled again for the millionth time for a stream? What happened to just being funny? If it was, listen, we're in a pandemic. We are going on lockdown. Everybody has Netflix. You don't have to do a lot of promo, nigga. All you gotta do is be funny. And hell, you don't even really have to be funny because ain't nobody going nowhere. Everybody's at home looking for something to watch on TV. So what are you talking about? There's not a lot of promo needed. You are Kevin Hart. You're so big, you're so famous, you're so popular, so rich and so powerful. Your name should speak for itself. And you should have the pandemic and the shutdowns on your side where you can drop your shit on Netflix. Boom. Here we are. Kevin Hart. And it's so funny that everybody's laughing at it at Thanksgiving dinner and all the way through the holidays. But yet, now we're sitting here talking about how you're saying your daughter was a hoe after you called 3 hoes, former hoes, to see what a hoe activity was. Nigga, you know what hoe activity was. You was cheating on your wife and got caught. But anyway, so let's listen to what he was saying. I see people saying Kevin Hart is top 5. Let me tell you something. Kevin Hart, in my opinion, Kevin Hart, and Joe Budden said the same thing kind of, but I've always felt this. Kevin Hart is not funny. Kevin Hart is smart. When I say smart, he knows the right people to please, right? Like Dave Chappelle, funny, probably funnier than Kevin Hart. Cat Williams, probably funnier than Kevin Hart. A lot of people, funnier than Kevin Hart. But what happens? They piss off white people, so they're not mainstream. Kevin Hart knows how to be mainstream. So all you got to do is not piss off white people and make white people happy and, cater to them. And you're going to be thrusted into this, success. And so people, if you see, it's just like listening to a song on a radio. You hate the song, right? Until you listen, you turn on your radio every day and they're playing the song every single day, every hour on the hour. Eventually you like the song. That's no different than Kevin Hart. That's no different from Kevin Hart being force-fed all through our television, whether it's through media, commercials, movies, sitting next to your favorite actors, your favorite accomplished mainstream, quote-unquote, white actors. You know what I'm saying? You're feeding him through. Then becomes the face of black comedians. Because white people have said, this is who we want. Yes, he has a level of funny to him. However, if you are taught that Kevin Hart is a comedian, he's funny. Look, everything Kevin Hart does, he's funny. Then you just start to think, oh, Kevin Hart, he's funny. When really it's like, no, Kevin Hart probably was just chosen. Because he knew how to he maneuvered in a certain kind of way, in my mind. That's how I feel about Kevin Hart. I don't think he's just hella funny like that. I do not think Kevin Hart is just hella funny like that. I think he understands how to place himself and the people, and I think he understands what people to piss off and not to piss off. Well, he understood that. Let me say that. He understood that. Now I don't think he cares. I'm gonna tell you why I don't think he cares. I don't think Kevin Hart cares now because he's reached so much success. I feel like we can't cancel Kevin Hart. Just be honest. We can't cancel that. And he knows that we can't cancel him. We can't cancel him because the nigga's already rich and he's already done so much with his money and made so much money. It doesn't matter if he never works again. He probably doesn't have to. Because what does canceling Kevin Hart look like? Taking his money? Because that's not going to happen. Not booking him anymore. Maybe he needs to be blackballed, but at the end of the day, he will. I think he's not going to have a bag be fumbled. Like he's not going to, I just don't see that he could ever really truly be canceled because I feel like he's made so much money over the years and I'm sure he's invested it the right way. And I think he knows that he can't be canceled because even when he addresses controversy, he doesn't take responsibility. He always kind of makes it seem like, dude, you're bugging. Like it is what it is. He did that with the LGBT thing. And I was with him on that. When he said he was not apologizing anymore. I hate cancel culture. I'm not apologizing anymore. It is what it is. I won't do the Oscars. He really wanted to do the Oscars. You should have just apologized, bro. You could. I was with him, but at the same time, if that's something I really would have did, I would have said, listen, my bad. Like, because what does it hurt to just be like, I apologize one more time? If you really mean it. I get it. Oh, I don't want to be bullied. But listen, sometimes you just got to be like, dude, screw these people. This is just how it goes. You play the game. My bad. I'm sorry. host the Oscars. But no, Kevin Hart's got to prove something. He's always got to go against the grain, which is, because now he feels like I'm accomplished enough. So he didn't host it. But now it's like, even with him addressing these allegations, he's downplaying it. Like, oh, guys, stop trying to spin a narrative. Stop trying to push this. I did it for controversy. We needed people to talk. Well, I mean, it's like, dude, just be funny. I didn't know that you needed to exploit your daughter. Even your baby. You had her in the shirt talking about 0 F's given. You got the baby in clothes cursing. The little baby. It's just like, dude, like. And then I don't like that you don't try to blame, I'm just a comedian. Well, yeah, you're a comedian, but when you get challenged on something, don't try to make it seem like, I just hate when people don't take any accountability for anything. I just don't like that. Like, nigga, you went too far. And you went far because you said it. You went far because you wanted it to trend. So you knew what you did. So my thing is this. Why are you even talking? This is what you wanted. You literally sit there and said that you did what you did because you needed people to talk about it. Now that people are talking about it, you're getting a backlash. Now you're hopping on different chats. Niggas are saying you're not funny. You're addressing that. Niggas are saying that you're canceled. You're addressing that. Why talk? Just shut up. I don't get it. You did this for the attention. You got the attention. Now you're mad. What sense does that make? I don't get it. So let's listen to what this idiot said. Let me see if I can pull it up. Let's find the Kevin Hart stuff. Boo boo. Okay, I'm about to find it. Oh, well, here's the first part. Here's one of them. Oh, shit. Hold on. Oh, shoot. Let's see if it's going to play.
Not deny that you have done great box office numbers. You know, you're getting paid really well for your specials. But I do think that at the end of the day, there's always going to be someone that has the opposite opinion of funniness. And like that shouldn't take away, it's not taken away from your craft. So I wanted to put that in there that before you did enter, there's definitely two sides of the coin.
Well, I want you guys to all understand, and this is a healthy room with a bunch of people in it. Guys, this is not it's a conversation. So when you say there's two sides to the coin, it doesn't matter about the sides. Like at this point, what I really want everybody to understand is you can like it or you can't, or you can like me or you don't. It's fine.
The title of the chat is bringing people in, but I think that either way,
that's the one thing that I think people we're struggling with in this day and age. Bon Jovi is one of the biggest artists of all time. I can't tell you a Bon Jovi song. Bruce Springsteen is one of the biggest artists to ever fucking walk the planet. I can't tell you a Bruce Springsteen song. I can't sing along with one. It doesn't mean that I think he's not talented. It doesn't mean that I hate the man. It means that he's not for me. And that's fine. We have a strong problem with moving past what we don't think is for us. And I'm saying as a culture in general, what we can't do is just go, that's not good for me. We go, man, fuck that shit. Fuck it. It's ass. Fuck that.
I feel you.
Okay, let's go because he done did a whole lot of cursing too. Where's the other one? Give me 1 second because he just went and said, here we go, boom.
All right, guys, look, we got to stop. All right, stop with the false narrative. It's a false narrative that's being created. If you were in the clubhouse and a part of the conversation, this wasn't about black women. It wasn't about me going against black. Stop. A question was asked about the joke about my daughter and me referencing my daughter having hoe-like activity. I gave an answer to it. Here's what it is, guys. I'm not calling my daughter a hoe. I'm saying what she did is hoe-like activity. I called 3 former hoes that I knew and asked them, is this hoe-like activity? We had a conversation about it, a good back and forth. There was never a black woman and black man Back never. So stop with that false narrative first and foremost. Also understand, guys, there is no other way to market or promote because we're in a pandemic. I can't go and do the talk shows that I once did or go out and do the public stunts. I have no other way to market and promote except to go. All right, guys, look, viral. I have to create conversations, generate back and forth. That's the marketing and promotion attached to my now special. It's common sense here, guys. Marketing, promotion. That's why I was in Clubhouse. Marketing, promotion, conversation. Hence, it leads to streams. So if you haven't seen it, go see it. Zero fucks given, streaming now. But stop with the false narratives and the clickbait and the back and forth. There wasn't no comparison to Barack and Oprah, the shit that I'm seeing. Stop. Stop it. Stop it. False narrative. Marketing, promotion, conversation. Zero fucks given on Netflix now. Point blank. Stop it. But go stream it. Okay. Viral.
See, he can't take it, but go stream it. Like, he's just so, like, he tries to act like he's not addressing it, like it's not that serious, but you're pressed. But go stream it. Like, dude, just shut up so we can watch it. Why are you addressing it? Like, you're so unbothered. Shut up. Like, that's my thing. I can't stand a fake unbothered person. You're very much so bothered. But go stream it. Like, you're very sensitive. You very much so feel some type of way. Because if it was just not that serious, it is marketing, promotion, and whether you exploit your father, your family, your daughter, whatever, why are you addressing it? Just, the people are addressing it enough. You're pressed. You're pressed that people are saying that you're not funny, and you're pressed that you're getting backlash for it. You're pressed, like a panini, and you're bothered. But go watch it. Girl, please. I did watch it, and it was trash. Trash. And not because of the jokes necessarily, but because, not because of the controversy, because it wasn't funny. It was trash. Trash.
You're trash.
It's trash.
Stupid.
Okay, let's keep going. So someone said, let me see. Kevin said he wasn't calling Heaven a hoe, just that she was doing what she was doing is hoe activity. What is hoe activity? Liking boys isn't a hoe activity. So you sell your daughter out for marketing and promotion, Kevin Hart? The fact that you're saying your daughter is doing hoe activity still isn't cool. Take criticism and actually listen for once. Absolutely. I just didn't like Kevin Hart referring to his daughter's behavior as hoe behavior. It feeds into the stereotype that little black girls are fast. She's a child, so what if she's likes one boy in school one week and another boy the next week? I called 3 to 4 hoes that I knew and asked them, Kevin Hart on getting advice to see if he was wrong or not. LOL. He's burying himself. Been so for a while. Did Kevin really have to call 3 former hoes? I mean, really, he would know about hoe-like activity, right? Isn't he a serial cheater? Constantly cheating on his first wife and this current wife too? He's an expert on hoism, laughing my ass off. I heard that Kevin Hart joke about his daughter, and to be honest, it was a little distasteful. But I think if you treat the word hoe as a word that can be applied to both men and women, I think he just meant it as my daughter is indecisive in her love life. I don't think he was judging her. So, I mean, there's a lot of comments. A lot of people had a lot of opinions on this. Someone said, Kevin Hart still got 3 hoes on speed dial. That's all I'm really getting from all this. Okay? So, I mean, it's just, so I want to know what you guys think about the situation. Now, I know a lot of people, like, there's a lot of the world that loves Kevin Hart. There's a lot of people there, and that's who he's relying on now. Those people that care about him, love him, consume his content. And so that's where the arrogance and the confidence comes in from, because it's like at this point, nigga, I've made hundreds of millions of dollars, and I'm one of the world-renowned comics or comedians, and you can't cancel me. Like, I'm Kevin Hart. I've done it all. So that's where he's at. But I just kind of feel like, I don't know. I don't get into him. I don't resonate with him. I don't like his attitude. I don't like his personality, because I don't like the fake unbotheredness mixed with the arrogance when I know you're pressed. So let me know what you guys think about it. I'll type in the number. All right, 563-999-3658. Oh, they talk about house read that thing. Shut up. Y'all gonna leave me alone about reading these blogs. Somebody said nobody reads nobody reads words to leave us alone. Listen, sometimes the words be child, we doing a lot of stuff over here. This is hard work we do. Dang it. Okay. Y'all be going in. Yeah. That was a key. Okay. 563-999-3658. Let's go.
In the mix.
Who is this freak of nature?
With DJ Armon.
All right. 563-999-36. Oh, wait. Oh, it got canceled. Hold on. Sorry. Let me open it back up. What a fool. Well, we can do a promo real quick while I open up the lines. I forgot I got to open up the lines. Dang it. Because I don't know why that thing canceled like that. Let me see. I gotta, but let's do this. Uh-oh. What's this? Let's do this. Hey, what's poppin', everybody? It's your boy Armon, and this video is sponsored today by Manscaped, home of the Lawnmower 3.0. Combining third-generation innovations in design, power, and hygiene, the Lawnmower 3.0 trimmer with skin-safe technology is the perfect tool for an incredible grooming experience. Compact design, the diamond textured no slip grip, LED, and compact design help you navigate all your nooks and crannies, wet or dry. Advanced engineering, upgraded 7,000 RPM motor with quiet stroke technology. The Lawnmower 3.0 trimmer features precision engineered blades for confident trimming below the waist. This thing is waterproof, guys. Safely take care of business in the lawnmower. The only shock
Your show is scheduled to start in 35 seconds.
You guys can use my code Armon20 to receive 20% off of this fantastic product, okay? So make sure you guys go and check that out and go get yours, because guess what? I got mine and I love it. Manscaped, your balls, so thank you. Make sure you use my code at checkout, Armon20.
Your show will go live in 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1.
All right. Caller.
Radio.
7721. You're live on the air.
Hi, Armon.
Hey, what's going on?
This is Rachel.
Hey, Rachel.
Well, this whole story about Kevin Hart, it's just so funny how he keeps revealing himself throughout the years. If anyone's ever watched old Kevin Hart, his ex-wife used to write for him, and you can see the change as his star started to rise in his comedy. And it's not about being offensive or calling your daughter a hoe or whatever. He just doesn't know how to put jokes together. Like, I watched Patrice O'Neal, who's passed away now. He used to say some of the most offensive stuff, but he was hilarious, and that's what made him so appealing to white people and black people. He didn't have to appeal to white people that like to listen to black people do this, white people do this, black people eat this, white people. That's all Kevin Hart can do. He can't ever do anything that Dave Chappelle does or Chris Rock or anybody else. But that's why he got so sensitive when Cat Williams called him out. And, you know, Kevin Hart's just a nasty person. He just can't help it. And it just shows itself. Have you seen his Netflix special after his accident?
Yes, the one where he went. Well, this is the one right now. The one that we're talking about.
No. The one where it just followed his life. And
oh yeah, that one. Yes,
no,
yeah. No,
accident.
yeah,
Sorry.
that was. Yeah, that was the like the little documentary thing. Yeah, I seen that. That's when I realized I didn't like him.
Yeah. Do you remember when he was berating his trainer and calling him poor?
Yes.
You wouldn't eat if I wasn't here for you.
Yes. Even his dad, even though even the way he treated his dad, like it was just weird. He feels like he's God. He feels like everybody that's around him is like he's a gift from God and they're lucky to be in his prayer. Like he just really feels like the people around him are really beneath him and they need him and they're nothing without him. Like I couldn't do it. And he doesn't take any accountability for anything. Like, ugh,
None
I don't
at
like
all.
him. He's nasty.
No. That's why he needs McRib. You know, McRib stays quiet. She knows how to stay in her place. I hope she's securing the bag for the exit later on. But,
yeah, she should be.
Have you seen what happened with his friend after the whole thing with the cheating scandal and the police were involved?
No, I didn't see what happened. Tell us.
You didn't? Did you see his friend's interview with his lawyer recently? Well, his ex-friend, the one that he said was blackmailing him with the whole cheating thing on McRib.
I've seen a little bit of that, but it's foggy. It's foggy. I remember it though. I remember. Bring me to speed.
Basically, you know, his friend said they did a perp walk on me and, you know, blew it up all over the media to cover for Kevin. But now the police have basically said they have no case and he wasn't blackmailing him. He wasn't threatening him. He wasn't doing anything to him. The friend wasn't even involved. And then they showed surveillance footage of the club showing that the friend was nowhere near Kevin with the girl that he was cheating with. Kevin had nothing to do. I mean, the guy had nothing to do with it. And he basically destroyed his life thinking that he wouldn't have enough money to fight it with a lawyer. And the lawyer fought it, and the police said they really have no case, and nothing happened. It was just Kevin straight up cheating and tried to use his friend to... Pardon?
No, I'm listening. I'm just listening.
Oh, sorry. I just made a noise. But, yeah, it was just, you know, Kevin used his friend because he was like, you know, he was beloved by white media, so it looked bad cheating on his heavily pregnant wife. So he used his friend to, you know, make it seem like his friend was blackmailing him, set him up, drugged him, got him drunk. You know, that's what he was insinuating. And turns out that's not what happened this whole time. So it just shows that Kevin is willing to throw anybody under the bus to make himself appear amazing to white people, you know? And that's it. He doesn't care. And he's blaming black people right now in that Clubhouse thing. It's all about black people are pulling me down.
He's a businessman. He's an actor. He is
the whole crux of the whole, you know, complaint that he had towards black people. And that black people are saying, you're not funny to us. You're funny to white people. That's what he's really heard about.
Thank you, caller. Let me play this clip from Joe Budden. Thank you. I'm going to play this clip from Joe Budden right now.
He's a businessman. He's an actor. He has transcended comedy. So I no longer judge him solely as a comedian. But if I did, this was horrible. If I'm judging you that way. Now, I get it. Kevin Hart is so big that he's playing the scale game. He's playing the volume game. Like, I have that understanding, too. Like, Kevin Hart and his team, I don't think they're writing jokes for me anymore.
No, it's for a wider audience.
Yeah. It's for white people. I'm not doing that.
Sure.
It's for white people. It's for white people.
Okay. I don't know what that means, but okay.
What it means is it's trimmed, the fat is trimmed and it's cleaned down so that, like Rory said, a wider audience can accept it and appreciate it. But when we say wider, we're talking about
whiter.
A majority white for sure.
And I fight that because there are ways to go for a wider audience. Chris Rock, he's a businessman. He's an actor. He has transcended
Absolutely.
Comedy.
Absolutely.
So I no longer judge him solely.
I don't know why it's not skipping.
He's a businessman. He's an actor. He is transcended.
Oh, child. It want to add ghetto. The ghetto. Hold on. I'm trying to get to the next clip. It's being ghetto right now. It's being ghetto. Hold on. Let me see. Where's Joe? Okay.
When I hear Chris Rock is going to be somewhere, I know he's about to talk to me. Mm-hmm. And he's huge. Mm. When Dave is going to be somewhere, granted, they conduct business very differently. Mm-hmm. Sure. But that's going to be a point of mine later, too. But when Dave is somewhere, I know he's about to talk to me because it's still important to him, even though he has a white audience. Yeah. So Kev's whole thing is, I want to be a successful businessman. I don't know that he's trying to be the best comedian in the world. Rock is Chris Rock, but when I hear Chris Rock is going to be somewhere.
Okay, so what did you guys think about that? All right, so let's take another call. 9183, you're live on the air.
Hey, Armon, how's it going, boo?
It's going good. How are you?
Good. I just wanted to chime in. First off, how does he get off saying that his child has whole-like activity? First of all, if the child has any whole-like activity, where did she learn it from? Was it from him or was it from Iniko? Because remember when, he was with Tori was his ride or die. And then as soon as he came up, I really have to be careful how I say this because everybody is so sensitive. But you know how when, black men get on and then once they reach a certain level of, popularity and fame, you know where I'm going with this? They drop their beautiful dark-skinned woman who was with them when they didn't have, let me put it nicely, a pot to pee in or a window to throw it out of. And then they choose the pretty, exotic-looking, lighter complexion female. So I kind of feel like he, you know what I'm saying? I kind of feel like he threw Tori away for Iniko. And then he showed no loyalty with Iniko because then he cheated on her as well. Because remember, allegedly, he cheated on Tori with Iniko. They say that him and Tori were still married. So, and then he cheated on Iniko. And then didn't he get into something with his best friend? Like he tried to make his best friend some kind of fall guy.
Yes.
And, it just seems like everybody around him, he just shows no kind of loyalty. And he kind of comes off as that guy where he tries to seem like he's the nice guy. Like he puts a lot of energy into trying to portray this nice guy. And he's not really the guy that he portrays. Like, I've seen him tip people very large tips, but it's like behind closed doors, you show no loyalty, and then you exploit your kid. First off, people are very cruel, especially children. Why would you put your child in a position to be bullied and teased like that? To say that your kid is participating in whole-like activity, people would say, "Oh, your dad called you a hoe, ha 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 ha." Why would you do that? Consider that. Yeah, all for a joke. And I don't know if you remember this. This was a part of the conversation years ago. People were saying that he has a bad habit of exploiting people close to him for a joke, like exploiting, adults. Your adult family and friends is one thing, but to get a child in the mix, I just feel like that's very inappropriate. It's selfish. Kids, can't take that kind of bullying like an adult can. Kids are sensitive. They're young. They don't know how to handle that kind of a thing. So I thought that was just very selfish of him.
Absolutely. Thank you, caller. Thank you. Okay, so what do you think about this picture? Are you looking at the screen? Look at my screen right now. Do you see this?
That is really preposterous. When I saw that, I was like, oh my gosh, that's so inappropriate. And I kind of felt like he was doing this for attention. I don't know if he's trying to do something absurd to draw traffic in to watch his sad stand up, but it's just not a good look. It kind of looks like one of those things where any publicity is good publicity, and it's like, no, boo-boo. This is trash publicity. You're putting 0 F's given on an infant body. I mean, extremely inappropriate. And then you're also exploiting your daughter for jokes as well. Just not a good look. He just makes himself look worse and worse every year, it looks like. Bad publicity. Not appropriate at all. And I don't know.
Yeah, I wouldn't put this on my kid. Like, why would you put this on your baby? So you're using your baby to market your comedy. What happened to you just being funny and people wanting to see? Like, I don't think it was gonna take that much.
He hasn't been funny in years. He had those first 2 good stand-ups, and then it just went downhill. And I'm going to be honest with you. Like, I was just talking to my mom about this. It's kind of hard to be funny when you're not happy. And, you know, Armon, you know, we talk, you know, spiritual all the time. His eyes look very black and dark. He doesn't look happy. I don't know if Hollywood got to him and just took all the funny out of him. But he's just not funny anymore. He was very funny when he first came out, but something happened where it just seems like he lost it, and it's probably because he's not happy. So,
but I feel like there's such an arrogance there, though. I feel like he feels like he can't be broke or touched. Like he feels it's the money. It's the money. For me, it's the money, and then it's the white people on his side, his white agent, and everybody's telling him, "Who cares? This will go away in a week. You got this. We got $1 million deal for you to sign." Like. Black, you know what happens? Right. A lot of times, when black people get successful, we tend to do this. And you start to hear this from a lot of people. And you start to hear this even from more black people who are quote unquote successful. You start to hear them start to say, you know, don't listen to those people. You know, black people always want to bring you down. Just focus on the people that are there for you. So then you start feeling like, well, white people support me more. So then you stop caring about black people and what they say, because you feel like you've been taught or conditioned that black people are always trying to tear each other down. So anything that they're saying, they're just jealous because they're not me. Let me go focus on the white people that really like me and support me. Good point. So I think that's what he's got. Instead of actually listening, he's listening to what his people are saying. He's taking it as they're just mad because they're not where I'm at.
Right. And it's one of those things where it's like everybody can't be wrong. I think he needs to pay attention, you know, to his black audience. Mm-hmm. He needs to pay attention to the fact that, you know, people are saying that he's just not funny anymore because, again, everybody can't be wrong. You know, people have been saying that he hasn't been funny in a long time now. And honestly, I don't know. It just seems like a change on the inside of him. He needs to focus on, you know, his spirit, on being happy again, focus on, there's something missing there. There's definitely some kind of character defect, not trying to be judgmental because everyone has flaws. I have flaws, you have flaws that we all need to work on. But, you know, again, going back to what I said earlier, he has absolutely no loyalty. He betrayed his first wife. He betrayed Iniko. He's cheated several times. He betrayed his best friend by, I don't know if you remember, I can't remember all of the specifics, but he made his best friend a fall guy for some incident. I think when he got caught cheating. Yeah,
we just had a caller on talk about that. The last caller told us about that.
Right. He tried to say something about it was his best friend that was actually with the girl. It was some stupid lie he made up. It just looks like there's something going on with him that he needs to address, and it might actually be taking away from his comedic gift. There's something missing there that's draining to funny, if that makes sense. But I won't keep you long, boo. I know you have a lot of callers.
Yeah, we do. We have a lot of people. Thank you.
For taking my call.
Okay, bye. Okay, let's take some more. Okay, 7931. Is Kevin Hart still funny? Or is he losing the funny? Is Kevin Hart canceled? Summer Walker and London on the track. Let's go.
Hey, Armon.
Hey, what's going on?
I wanted to talk about Summer in London because I just feel like I just don't understand how she really tried to sit there and say the whole situation and everybody in it is ghetto, yet you let yourself be a part of it. You was going back and forth with his baby mama. You was, calling her all type of bums, talking bad about her, trying to make it seem like it was her. Meanwhile, the whole time, like you said, you begging this man to go see his kids. So I don't understand why you thought that your genitals was gonna be golden or something. Like, you know, these niggas start acting funny once you get pregnant, and that's what you turned around and did. And now you feel very stupid, as you should, because it doesn't make any sense.
And let me tell you something.
What you just did.
What was ghetto was to let a nigga that you couldn't force to be around his own kids impregnate you with your first kid. Now that was ghetto.
And
Not
then
only was that ghetto, that was stupid.
Stupid.
That was ghetto and stupid. And then just a few days ago, you was on there, y'all hooked up with your shirt tucked in your drawers in the mirror. So just a few days ago, you was all in love and everything was fine. And now that's what don't make sense to me. But see, that's what it is. She one of them females. She's just like one of these females out here that get with a dude who got 6 kids already and don't take care of none of them. But you thought that you was so special, and as soon as you get pregnant, you realize that you just another baby mama. You just as stupid as these females out here that do the same thing. Why do you want to fool with a person who got that many kids and then let them get you pregnant? You're a clown. You're an actual real life clown, and you really want to sit up here and try to air him out. He ought to air you out. How stupid are you, girl? And then he done produced a whole ass album. Now y'all do everything together. Now you got to find somebody else that's going to do the music as good, because you know if they start working together, they're going to be right back doing it again like they always do. They're going to get right back together. Like you said, it's an extremely toxic, idiotic situation, and I just don't feel bad for her at all whatsoever. You played yourself. Congratulations, Summer. Congratulations. We, like you said, we was really out here rooting for you. Congratulations.
Wow.
And so,
Finish him.
First of all, he was never funny. He was never funny. I got a giggle from him here and there, and I really think it's because he's small and he got a small voice. I feel like if Kevin Hart wasn't such a small person, he wouldn't even be funny if he wasn't small, if that makes sense. Some people might think I'm reaching with that, but if he wasn't, you know, something about being little and doing goofy stuff and all the little movements and stuff he do on stage, you know, they kind of make you give you a little giggle. But besides that, he's a clown as well. He's a clown too. So like, what? Now you gonna be now your daughter everybody gonna be looking at your daughter like a hoe at school. Now you're gonna be calling her a hoe at school, and when she come home and tell you about that crime, then you are gonna be like, oh my bad, it was just for publicity, babe. It was just for publicity,
son,
daughter.
where'd you find this?
Like, you sound stupid. So Summer Walker and Kevin Hart are both clowns in a bucket. And Summer Walker, I just don't feel bad for. I'm really ready for this to unfold. Me and one of my friends have been sitting here predicting things over and over, and we was waiting on her to pop out pregnant, and she did, with her shirt tucked in her drawers, looking like a fool. Now all them pictures is deleted. Now you look like a super fool with a cape on. Because all the other baby mamas are sitting back chuckling because they done went through the hurt. Now they're just getting their child support checks chilling. Now you stupid. Now it's your turn to go through it, dummy. That was all.
Damn, son, where'd you find
Wow. Thank you. Sweet. My God. You went in on them like that real fast, okay? She went in. Wow. Well, tell us how you really feel. It's the legendary show. Wow.
Wow.
Who is this freak of nature?
With DJ Armon.
Well, if you haven't done so, now's a good time to subscribe, okay? This is a legendary show, and we have the best callers and the best audience on YouTube. Honestly, we do. And you never know who's watching, but just know that they're watching. Hello, everybody out there. Get in here. Everybody get in here. Come for the gathering. It's a lot going on. All right. Let's go. Who we got? We got a couple more. We're not going to be here with lengthy. I think I seen. Let me see the other one. Hold on. I got it. It's coming. Give me a second. I could look on my right here. I know I have another call I got to take. I know I got another call I got to take. Okay. 4205. You're live on the air. Get in here. Hello.
Hey, boo. How are you?
I'm doing great. How are you?
I'm okay. I was going to say something about Summer Walker, but after that dragon, I feel it in the back of my kitchen, so I'm going to leave that one alone. I think.
Okay.
Because I think that one all the way here. I have to grab the back of my neck like, Jesus.
Okay, Kevin Hart.
Okay, so after listening to Joe Budden, I just want to take it from here, because this is exactly what I thought about. So with me, I feel like what's going on with Kevin Hart is this. In the beginning of his first specials, he was able to speak about Black experiences and things that he went through growing up. So that seems funny because a lot of his Black experiences is very relatable to what we all went through. I feel like the problem with Kevin Hart is he's too removed from that situation. So he can't speak on it. And he's so removed that it was okay, that he thought it was okay to call a little Black girl a whore. That's how removed he is from Black culture and, you know, what really matters, you know. And plus, on top of that, let's think about it. When you offend Black people, nothing happens except for we attack you on Twitter. So offending Black for a lot of people is cool because we don't do nothing. We don't stick to it. We don't stand on it. So attacking us is okay, you know. Who he don't want to attack? He don't want to attack the LGBT community, and he don't want to attack white people because for the most part, that's who support him. You get what I'm saying? So
well, you see, like he was good. He was good. He was good. I don't know if you've seen it, but he was good. I mean, he pretty much said he got inspired by Seinfeld when he went to Seinfeld. Like, that was a good white joke for him. You know what I'm saying? So that was interesting, but I'm with you. Keep going.
Yeah. So for him, we can't cancel him because just like everything else, we, Black media, may have created him, but white people took him on, so now he's up there. And that's exactly how it works. We always, as a Black community and people in Black media, we create these stars, and then they move on to a better, more wider audience who keep them tucked, you know? So that's that. And then it was funny with what Joe Budden said about Dave Chappelle and Chris Rock. I feel like they stay relevant because Dave Chappelle, if you ever watch any of his interviews, I love Dave Chappelle. I always watch them. Dave Chappelle still lives a quite humble life in a town where he grew up in, so his experiences are always moving around. But even with him, I have moments where Dave Chappelle make me cringe in an all-white audience when he talk about Black experiences. It literally can make me cringe sometimes because I worry about the things that he say because sometimes they too horrible. You know? So, and Chris Rock is pretty much the same, you know, so I just want to say that. I just feel like them two remain at the top of the food chain simply because they aren't too removed from their roots. They aren't too removed from their experiences. And
but see, what Kevin Hart is, I feel like the removal is like a removal by like a forced choice because it's like, I feel like Kevin Hart's removal is like I'm better than. And, you know, you like, I'm like, it's more like, do you know who I am? It's like, I'm rich now. So, you know what I mean? Like, I don't relate to you anymore. It's almost like where I don't, like, I forgot, like he forgot where he came from. And it's not like you need to, like, here's my thing. And I think a lot of people think that Black people feel like when you get some money or come to some money, you gotta start to feel like you gotta still live in poverty or still live with humble beginnings. You can still be rich and be relatable and down the earth and still be chill. You don't have to be a jerk. You don't have to be a narcissist. You don't have to be an asshole. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can still be cool and chill and, you know, down to earth and be well off and be successful. But I feel like his idea of successful is I'm God's gift to everybody. Like, he even told his wife, she was saying, like he said as a joke, she was wanting a little bit more, you know, intimacy. And he told her, listen, shit happens, you know, it is what it is. You might not get it, you know, it like, but he feels like I'm Kevin Hart, leave. Like, it happens. You don't like she's in her 30s. She's in her, or young, like she's young. This nigga's 40 years old. She's in her prime still. She can go move on and get somebody that will happily bang her. But he's such a tool that he's like, girl, you will want to leave all of this. Look at this lifestyle you get. Look what you get. You're with Kevin Hart. Deal with it. Things happen, and she takes it. That's crazy to me.
Yeah, and it's two layers to it. You know, you got your old school comedians like Dave Chappelle and Chris Rock who've been here for a while, you know, who have to kind of get it out the mud and get to a status in which comedians are being looked at now because the fame that Kevin Hart got Chris Rock and Dave Chappelle had to work in a different way, and it was a different world when they first came in, you know? So, and I understood that, but I also want to say this. You as a public figure also understands that whole, because they black, you know, they expect you to live in poverty and different things like that. You know that it's hard to garner and keep and please a black audience too.
Yes,
you know,
that's true.
But that's a different layer of a conversation. It's very hard to please and garner and keep your black audience, which is why a lot of people would rather cross over. Because sometimes being on this side as black fans, we can be a lot to please. You know, and that's just the truth. You know, but I'm just gonna leave that there because that's a totally different conversation.
No, but you know what that is? I mean, on the flip side, that is true because being a public figure, there, especially in this space, you know, I've met plenty of YouTubers that have told me, you know, don't post this, don't post your income, don't post your car, don't do this because then people start to feel like they don't want to support your channel, they don't want to super chat, they don't want to do this, they don't want to. You then it comes you're boasting, you're bragging, you're doing this. But white YouTubers or white people, they can do full-on house tours or they can post a brand new, you know, Teslas and stuff. We do that. Oh, child, it's like I ain't got nothing. I'm not super chatting my way to the top. You know what I mean? Like, you know, like. We do that, it's like, fame, oh, no, yeah, so I get it.
Yeah, fame can offend black people that are not comfortable with where they are in life. Fame can be offensive, you know, but like I said, I only want to have that conversation. But
yeah, that's a different conversation, but I know what you're talking about. Yeah, you're right. I mean, there's truth to that, too, so I'm not going to act like there's not truth to that, because that is truth. So, you know, but thank you for calling in.
You're welcome. All right, boo.
All right, bye. Yeah, we might have to have that conversation on another day, because that is some tea, too. Well, how long have we been on here? Okay, so we've been on here about an hour. So listen, if you guys didn't get a chance to get in here, I'll see you guys on the next round. You can always super chat.
Thank you for using Blog Talk Radio. Goodbye.
However, yeah, thank you guys for coming. We've had another legendary show. If you guys haven't done so, please make sure you like, share, and subscribe. And also, be sure to check out our Manscaped. It is the holiday season that makes for great stocking stuffers. And you get 20% off using my discount code. So listen, get it for your husband, get it for your sons, get it for yourself, get it for your granddads, get it for your dads. You know what I'm saying? Treat yourself, get yourself something nice. Thanks for watching me. Make sure you guys follow me on Instagram and all across your social medias at The Armon Wiggins Show. And until next time, I will see you in the next video. And I will post the link to the Manscaped ad in the description, in the comment section below. Okay, so you guys can click the link directly and then purchase and use my discount code. All right, so I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out. Uh-oh.